Zachary Fruhling, aka Cozy Azeroth here. I have been working my way through all 101 programs in an old TI basic programming book, 101 Programming Tips and Tricks for the Texas Instruments TI-99 4A by TI-99 4A home computer by Len Turner. And lo and behold, we're at the last program. We did it. We worked our way through all 101 programs in this book. I'm going to read the brief program description. This program is called Backward Writer. I'm going to get into TI Basic and the Classic 99 emulator, which emulates the TI-99 4A on a modern PC. Type the program in, run it, see what we can learn from it, and see what we can make it do. And then we're going to count our lucky stars. We made it through all 101 programs and learned quite a bit about TI Basic in the process. Okay, Backward Writer, the very last program. Here we go. Don't worry, if you're worried that I'll be ending my TI-99 4A content, I won't be. I've got lots and lots and lots more TI-99 content to come, so stay tuned. But 101, Backward Writer. Give the computer a message of up to 99 characters. The computer will print the message backward, then press R to repeat the same message, or press W to start over with a new message. The computer is simply amazing. This was an amazing old computer. Alright, let's get into Classic 99. Here's the TI-99 4A start screen. Press any key to begin. Press 1 for TI Basic. And here we go with the last program from this book by Len Turner. Okay, 10, call clear. Let's not start with a typo. There we go. 20, dim, dimension of an array, x string of 100. X string of 100. Okay. 30, print type a message. 40, input a string. 50, if length of a string is greater than 100, then 70. 60, go to 90. 70. Print oops, too long, try again. Oops, too long, try again. Not very grammatically correct, but I'm typing the programs exactly as written. 80, go to 30. 90. L equals length of a string. 100, call clear, clears the screen. 110, for j equals L plus 1. Oops, for j equals L plus 1. To 1, I think I saw a step minus 1. So we're just counting backwards from L plus 1 all the way down to 1 by increments of 1, downward by 1. 120, x string of j equals segment string of a string, comma j, comma 1. 130, print x string of j. I think I saw a semicolon in there. Yep, semicolon. As we run through the loop, basically printing everything on the same line. Okay, 140, next j. 150 for q equals 1 to 10. 160, print. 170, next Q. 180, press R to repeat backward.
R to repeat backward. Let's make sure I got that right. Plus R to repeat backward. Yep. 190. Print. Press M to see original. $200. Press W to write new. $210. Print. Press Q to quit. Press Q to quit. I quit. 220. Call key 0, Z, X. 230. If X equals 0, then 220. That line just keeps us in an infinite loop until a key is pressed. It goes right back to 220 until you press a key. 240. If Z equals 82. Then 100. 250. If Z equals 77. I saw 300. We'll double check here. 250. Yep. Then 300. Scroll a little bit here. There we go. 260. If Z equals 87. So these are the specific, the ASCII codes for the specific letters in question here. If Z equals 87, then 10. 270. If Z equals 81, then 370. Sorry, what was it? 81? Yep, 81, then 370. 280. Call clear. 290. Go to 180. 300. Call clear. 310. Print A string. 320 for G equals 1 to 10. 330. Print. 340 next G. So lines 320 through 340 are just a very simple for next loop. Gives you 10 blank print lines just to scroll everything up on the screen. 350, go to 180. 360, go to 10. 370, call clear. And this is an apt final line of the final program of this book. Print bye-bye. Bye-bye. I guess that's a little sign-off from the author of this book and from me as well. Although, like I said, I'm going to run this in a second, but if you're worried at all that I'm not going to be doing any more TI-99 content, rest easy, because I'm going to be doing lots more TI-99 content. I've got a lot of stuff in the pipeline here coming up. So, all right, let's clear the screen. Let's list out the program. Before we run it, we're just looking for typos, syntax errors, math errors, anything of the sort. And just because we don't see any problems doesn't mean there aren't any, but I was pretty careful, so I don't anticipate any problems. And if there are any, we'll find out when we run the program. Let's give it a run and see how we do. Okay, type a message. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. There you go. Let's check it backwards. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Not God, dog. Okay, what happens if we... Okay, that just repeats it. Yeah. Press M to see the original. W to write new. Let's write a new. Let's see. Remember
to like and subscribe. There you go. Let's just double check it. Remember to like and subscribe. I'm going to try to read it backwards. It Birksbus Dina Ekil Oat Remember. That one's very, very hard to pronounce. Very similar to the original. Okay, let's see. Write a new one. That'll be fun. Anyone who's watching, anyone have a message to type in backward? I could just do my name. There we go. Neil Herf. Rakaz. Okay, see the original. Boom. And repeat backwards. Okay, W to write new. How about philosophy is the love of wisdom? There you go. Cryptic message here. Philosophy is the love of wisdom. How esoteric. Alright. See the original? Write new. Alright, I'm actually going to type in the title of the book that this is from, since this is the last program in this book. 101 Programming Tips and Tricks for the Texas Instruments TI-99 4A home computer. Is that too long? No, it's okay. All right, there you go. Let's just double check it. 101 Programming Tips and Tricks for the Texas Instruments TI-99 4A home computer. All right, let's write another one. Thank you for the memories and the programming tips. Len Turner. Oh, it doesn't like that. Why doesn't it like that? Let's try that again. Thank you for the programming tips and the memories. Oh, maybe not like the comma. Len Turner. I think it just didn't like the comma, given the way it's handling the string manipulation. There we go. Thank you for the programming tips and the memories, Len Turner, the author of this old book. When I was a kid, I used to bring this book with me to elementary school, pore over it during class or when I should have been doing other things, and come home and type these programs into my actual TI-99 4A. So it's fun to take a trip down memory lane in the last 101 videos. I can't believe we did all 101 programs from this book. When I first set out to do it, I thought it was a little crazy, and I was worried other people might think it's a little crazy, but I'm glad I did. It's a nice document of some of my own early educational experiences, and I still love this old system. Of course, now I'm using an emulator, Classic 99. I highly recommend the Classic 99 emulator if you're interested in this old TI-99 4A system, either because you used to mess with it back in the day or because you become curious about it watching these videos. I have an actual TI-99 4A on the shelf back there, but it's frankly easier to stream from the emulator, so I spend a lot of time on the emulator these days. In any case, I appreciate the enthusiasm for these retro TI-99 4A live streams. Like I said, I'm going to be doing lots more TI-99 4A content coming up. I've got a long list of TI-99 4A type-in programs. I'm going to do some streaming of the command modules, the cartridges for this system. I'm even working on a retro game programmed in TI Basic, so stay tuned for that. Lots more content coming up, so if you're worried about a lack of TI-99 4A content on YouTube, stay tuned. There's going to be lots more where that came from. I'm trying to do several a week, so hang tight. Just bear with me, and while I get a little oriented and get in the groove on the next TI-99 4A YouTube project. So in any case, I appreciate the enthusiasm. I see a couple people watching here on Twitch. I appreciate you guys watching, whoever you are. And if you happen to be watching this after the fact on my YouTube channel, be sure to check out the rest of my YouTube channel. You can find it under my real name, Zachary Fruhling, or under my Twitch handle, Cozy Azeroth. Like I said, for lots more TI-99 content, retro programming, retro gaming, miscellaneous educational videos on a wide variety of topics of interest to me, both professionally and personally, and quite a bit of World of Warcraft live streaming these days, my favorite modern game. Like I said, if you're watching this live on Twitch, be sure to check out my YouTube channel for all 101 videos in this series and lots more content on all the above. And same thing, if you're watching on Twitch, on YouTube, be sure to check out my Twitch channel under Cozy Azeroth for live streams and all the above. If you happen to catch me streaming live, feel free to say hi in the chat or participate as you see fit. In any case, I appreciate the enthusiasm and the likes and the follows and especially the subscriptions, and I will be back very soon with more TI-99 4A content. Thanks for watching.